We're ready to rock! Susie, where you been today? Living with no sun my whole life. You got me crying like when I can't find you. I'm incomplete without the end of the game. Hit me! The writing's up on the wall. A warning shot to them all. It's the beginning of the end. When I walk out there, so scared. The bomb was dropped. In heavy metal we trust. My head is spinning of the end. The people freak out there, so scared. Something really isn't right. I shake, I sweat. I promise I'll quit. This shit ain't good for me. Say it, Rivers. You got it, man. Bell ringer. I'll promise I'll quit. God, my bed is a mess. I guess that's what shopping does to you. Hello everyone, welcome to Weezer Wednesday, where I look at a Weezer album on a Wednesday, and hopefully I never upload on a Wednesday ever again, because that's just sin right there. Last week we looked at Van Weezer, which basically if you like being a rocker, if you like rocking out, there's better Weezer alternatives. But it was a fine middle of the road album for Weezer standards, and yeah. Nothing too crazy to go off of. Speaking of Van Weezer, we are now at the beginning of the end. The end of the game, if you will. We're now reaching the final batches of the main titles, which is the season's EPs. Like I said, we're starting with spring even though it's fall, so there's that. But hey, what even is time at this point? Am I right, guys? Let's see what spring is all about. I don't know what Weezer can talk about. Talk about the sun. No, that would be more summertime. I don't know. They talk about leaves, nature, I guess. I don't know. Also, I hit play on this song accidentally while I was trying to queue up OK Human songs. I finally listened to the track today, and actually it kind of slaps. I owe Joey Valance and Bray an apology. Grapes of wrath, drift off to oblivion. Alright, let's see what Genius has to say then. Let's get into it. Bio is unreviewed. Nice. Seasons Spring is the first of a series of 4 EPs in the Season series by Weezer. Each EP follows a specific season, this one correlating to spring. It was released in March 20, 2022. Envisioned as a very breezy, carefree acoustic type album, and compared to Island in the Sun, this EP was originally tentatively called Happy Chill. Happy Chill. What an EP title. Well, I guess that's one way to describe spring. Thanks, Jeremy does stupid stuff. Alright, screw it. Let's see this. Track. Oh, God. Seasons. Spring. Weezer. March 20th, 2022. 7 songs. 20 minutes. Track number 1. Opening Night. Under the stars, one night outdoors. Okay. Have you seen this one yet? Shakespeare makes me happy. Okay. Shakespeare makes me happy. Garden variety, universal truth, and this your life. This is your life, man. A Weezer fan touching grass. And it feels so lovely to cry, like a personal bath. Makes me happy, so happy, quite ordinary. It's immortal, my perspicacity. Perspicacity, that's a word. Come on, guitars. Okay, so I do like it's like some sort of Renaissance fair setting with a Green Album type of chorus. It's an interesting instrumental choice. Feels like I'm back in the frickin' era where they wore puffy outfits and didn't shower. All the beautiful things that make up spring. And also like an ode to like past poets, you know, Shakespeare, Hamlet. In an interview with NPR, Riverscuomo said, in each of the 4 EPs, at least one of the songs interpolate one of his riffs. So it was fun to take a bit of one of his ideas and set my own lyrics to it and try to make it sound like a modern rock song. But I think most people are going to hear, like, for example, the first song on Spring is called Opening Night. People are going to hear that and be like, wait a minute, what is that? And then they're going to be like, oh my god, I know that from some commercial or some, I don't know, something. It's some classical thing. Vivaldi? Four Seasons Concerto. Concerto. God, I was in band class, man. I should know this. Number 1 in E major, Opus 8, RV 269, Spring, La Primavera. Movement 1, Allegro, in E major. Okay, so we're getting some classical interpolations. I don't know if we're gonna get that the entire album EP, but you know, I'm a sucker for some classical music. It won't hurt a little bit. I mean, shit, after OK Human, you can use all the classical music you want, buddy. Oh, also, I think I need to listen to the bonus track, whatever. Fun little opener, brings me back to the days of the Renaissance. I mean, we all remember the Renaissance days, don't we? Shit. All right, track number 2, Angels on Vacation. Are we back in the WEEZER church? What? Welcome back, Red Album WEEZER. You and I, say less. When you're on a holiday. No. Solo? That is not a solo. Well, I mean, it kind of is, but that's not the one I was kind of... What? Wait, what? What's happening here, guys? Yeah, let's fucking go, man. What the okay, guys, okay. This is a pretty good song. It's a straightforward song about, you know, the angels taking a day off. I don't know how that disrupts the workflow between heaven and whatever spiritual realm they work on. Hopefully the man upstairs has enough workers in the factory to where heaven won't, you know, completely just crumble. But, you know, it's a cute little song about, you know, let's just go on a holiday far away to stay on a that kind of thing. Maybe this vacation is not approved by the man upstairs, considering that you'll be beside the fire, and Don't Send Me Home makes me want to think that this angel is not a good angel. Well, that added a little bit of spice to the song, I'll give you that. As Spring is a concept album, Angels on Vacation is meant to introduce the characters of the angels and the start of their journey through the seasons. Rivers introduces Spring's plotline with, the two angels descend from heaven down to earth because they're tired of being so prim and proper up in heaven. Angels on Vacation is the angel stepping down from heaven and seeing earth for the first time. So there's a connecting story between all 4 of these. Okay, sounds like an interesting plot for WEEZER. I guess I'll keep that in mind when we go through the songs. Alright, track number 3, A Little Bit of Love. God, that sounds like the freaking, what is it? Is it the ringtone? No. Is it an Apple alarm? I think it's an Apple alarm. I don't know. I'm not gonna scroll through all of that. But yeah, it sounds familiar. In the grass. Oh, he's getting a little inspirational. God damn it. I spilled water on my shirt, WEEZER. Yep. Thanks, WEEZER. Well, I mean, it's fall. It's not really... True. Okay. I'm starting to think you might be a drug addict, man. I know those guys. Hey. Oh. Hey. Hey, man. In the end, everything will be alright. And see. Alright, pretty straightforward. Shout out to love. Track 4, the Garden of Eden. Yeah, we're in a garden, alright. Shout out to the Garden of Eden. Very godlike. Is this a harp?
Take a look through my kaleidoscope. In the air, the goddess really cares.
Hell yeah.
A choir of Velcro sneakers came along.
What?
You can ride along in a Eden. All these strumming guitars.
Hell yeah.
Just like Adam and Eve.
Yeah, just like those two, man.
Don't look for deeper meanings. Don't be a punching bag.
Don't, okay, say less then. Sure.
Takes you back to the start.
Does it actually? Okay, I hear that. I heard that. I heard those nature sounds. You're right. You're right, mister. Yeah, you know, a little cute acoustic song. You know, as much as I praise Rivers for his heaviness on like the Blue Album, Maladroid and whatnot, he does shine a lot when it comes to like acoustic centric songs. Like Butterfly, Summer Bummer, Precious Metal Girl from last album. It kind of works. This is probably a reference to their 2016 song Summer, Elaine, and Drunk Dory. Summer, Elaine, and Drunk Dory. Shout out to Velcro sneakers. Okay, never mind. Riverscuomo doesn't know how to tie his shoes. The angels, Adam and Eve, discover guitars as they continue their journey on Earth. Okay, we don't know. We don't know if it is Adam and Eve. It's just like Adam and Eve. These are just completely separate angels, okay? Unless it is Adam and Eve and I've been reading wrong. This is a reference to human instrumentality, where everyone in the universe will become a permanent member of Weezer at an infinite Weezer concert. You cannot escape it. Oh god. Oh god. Anyway. Oh, what a time that would be. Track number 5, The Sound of Drums. Can't believe it, man. We're almost halfway through already.
Stress to speak, all holy week, let the ebb and flow, vibe and ho. It's good.
Santa reference in spring is kind of crazy.
The sound are on the earth, pipes and the mandolin.
Woohoo! Mandolin! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! You know, fuck it, just have Pat do a drum solo while we're at it. We're gonna sing you a song. Strings! Who's whispering in my ear? What in the say? Oh, well then. Let me still strings. Holy Week is the most sacred week in Christianity, usually starting on the week of Palm Sunday. Okay, now what's Palm Sunday? Ivanhoe is a 3-act musical opera based on a novel of the same name by Sir Walter Scott. Riverscuomo has an interest in opera and referenced the 1904 Giacomo Puccini opera Madame Butterfly regularly on the 1996 album Pinkerton. Yep, the chants spoken during the guitar solo and outro are two pagan chants named Here I Am and Back to the River, while the interpretation of Here I Am is identical to the chant. Back to the river includes another verse. Back to the forest, back to the fields, back to the mountains, her body revealed. Back to my bones, back to my skin, back to the spirit, the fire within. We're getting a lot of poetry here. We're getting a lot of poetry from this. Rivers is just a little poet, you know. He's just a little poet guy. Another cool song, you know, pretty sweet. Track 6, All This Love. All This Love.
Oh, lightning to strike, can't pick how to love, how to give, how
Okay.
to sing on my mouth.
Okay. Galloping.
And they all looked exactly like me.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 Rivers. Let him out, man. Let him out, man. Let him free. Okay, I hear you, Pat. Huh. Yeah, I guess in the sense of the story, it's like, I don't know. I mean, angels have been known to be the, I guess, righteous, loving type of caricature in compared to like what the devil has and their type of demons and goons and whatnot. So, if he's been saving it, does that mean like does that mean that heaven is ran in such a specific way that they can't express that love? Or does this even correlate to the angel story at all? And this is just Rivers talking about love like he usually does. Yeah. Rivers expected the White Album to be a commercial breakthrough, as it was lauded critically and was considered a worthy return to form by fans. However, the album failed to live up to commercial expectations, selling about 75,000 copies in its lifetime. Rivers expressed his frustration about this in 2017's QB Blitz. Following the White Album, WEEZER adopted a new, less commercially focused mentality. They started releasing music at a much faster pace, sometimes multiple albums in the same year. This is WEEZER being less precious about their music, as Seasons is a strong example of. Yeah, as we've heard Rivers talk about how he's looking at the numbers and how it'll kill you, or how he needs one more hit, and how it isn't good for him, which it's not. It's not. If you keep chasing the number one hit, then eventually I feel like the reasoning for the art gets lost. Because I mean, shit, if a song you made organically went number one, that's great. But it's probably such a high that it's hard to break out of once you're in deep in the music industry. I don't know. I mean, then again, we all want to be successful in our profession. So, I mean, I'm assuming going high on the charts has something to do with it. But, you know, if you want to get very bare bones, if you're making enough to live off of, I'd say that's like the minimum. If you want to go even more minimum, it's that you're getting some sort of self-satisfaction out of it. But that's if you're like treating it as a hobby, I guess, and not like your life depends on it. I don't know. I'm not here to be the marketeer or financial advisor for WEEZER. I know I love the White Album. I'm sorry it did not land as many copies as they wanted it to, but you know, it's still an album you can look back on and it's like, huh, that was some good stuff. And plus, we gotta keep going to it. Beverly Hills was one of their biggest songs, and it's not that good. Numbers aren't everything. There seems to be a comment about Rivers' creative output and the Seasons project as a whole. Rivers is a very prolific songwriter. As of 2005, he had already written and cataloged more than 700 songs. Yeah, he's a grinder. Rivers wrote music constantly during the COVID-19 pandemic, literally saving it up, and Seasons is his chance to let it out. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the Angel story. It's literally just Rivers just saying, man, I have so much shit in the vault, and y'all ain't ready for it. Or you are, but y'all ain't ready for it. Okay. Or... Okay, track number 7, Across the Meadow. I think it's the last song on the Spotify version. Wow, it is the last song already. Wow. And then we'll go into the bonus track. The melody can't find you. That's the words. I hear the battle cry. Okay. Hello? We're ending it like this? Okay. Okay. Well, that was the spring EP. Before I get my thoughts in, I guess we'll just listen to the bonus track. Be wild at heart. Misanthrope. A person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society. Oh, well, that's pretty sad. Across the Meadow. Okay, well then. Across the Meadow. Let's hear it.
So you think you know Wix?
I don't.
Do you really?
You're overcome, self-doubt.
Okay. Oh, we've heard about that.
Shut out the world. Look in your heart. Courageous and kind.
Aw, you're too kind, WEEZER. You are beautiful. Ah. Well, a nice little uplifting track. Yeah, that was sweet. Someday you will fly across the meadow to find your flower as sunbeams warm the wings on which you fly. Someday you will love yourself as much as I am loving you right now. Just give yourself a little time. Oh, this is a sweet chorus, you know, talking about how I love you. You'll figure it out. You'll realize how much you love yourself as much as I love you. That's pretty sweet. Rivers introduces the metaphor of flight, with the person soaring high in Avalon, which can be interpreted as a place of peace and happiness, same as the meadow. The chorus also reiterates the idea that the person will someday find their own path to happiness and fulfillment, and will love themselves as much as he loves them right now. Exactly. Hell, is that a red body pillow? The second verse of the song is focused on the idea of self-care and taking time for oneself. Rivers encourages the person to cocoon for a while and shut out the world, and to forget about negative experiences and thoughts that may be holding them back. Rivers also encourages the person to look within their own heart to find their own strengths and values. Why is there just a random red body pillow here? Hello? Okay then. Yeah, a very uplifting track about world sucks. You might think everything sucks right now, but you know, take a break, chill out for a bit. You'll realize that shit can get better. Okay, I'm liking that. Alright, well, that was officially the season's beginning of spring. It's a very short, sweet EP. Nothing too crazy, but it's not like anything was bad. Good tracks and some tracks I just don't have too much to comment on. But yeah, it was short, sweet, simple, and a decent jumping off point, I guess. If you like the more acoustic ballads of Rivers and the gang, then this will be for you. I can appreciate when Rivers does an acoustic cut. There's some good tracks to snip out, like Opening Night, Angels on Vacation, The Sound of Drums. It's an enjoyable, short listen. How this is gonna fit with the whole angels coming down the earth story, I do not know. It seems like some of these songs don't even mention that story, but hey, if the song itself sounds good, then that's okay. Let's go to our very lovely Weezer ladder. The melody can find you. Scrub checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me. Weezer ladder, spring EP. If you like the Green Album era of acoustic songs and like pop songs, you'll find some enjoyment out of this. Is it like super crazy? Is like their best work? Probably not, but it's not bad. But I will probably give it I'll give it right here. It's better than Van Weezer, even though they're completely different soundings. Then again, who cares? It's like a slight improvement from Van Weezer, even though it's like an EP to an album. But yeah, there's that. I don't know if I'm gonna expect like a huge jump. If we get small increments of good quality music, then hey, at least it's better than giving us dog shit. Season starts off with just an okay album. What's next on the Weezer list? Well, it's gonna be another freaking Seasons EP, that's for sure. We're now heading into summer. Oh boy, look at that. My guy. Oh man, he's dying out there. Jesus. Well, yeah, that is true. Summer gets freaking hot. Usually when you think of summer, you think of stuff like Island in the Sun and like, you know, the Song of the Summer and whatnot. Are they gonna get heavy on this one? This looks like something you get heavy with. I mean, the guy's burning to death, for Christ's sake. Although, the album cover just reminds me of that Muse album, The Will of the People, The Will of the People. You know that album? I haven't listened to it, but I've heard it's bad. So yeah, oh, whoa, we're swearing on this one now? Yeah, okay. We'll see how this goes. With that being said, thanks for watching another Weezer Wednesday in the books. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Watch my other Weezer videos if you want to. Watch my other non-Weezer related videos if you want to. Thanks for all the support. Shout out to spring and summer next week. That'd be very funny to say if like summer was actually next week, but summer is not next week. Summer is long gone in the rearview mirror. Shout out to Earth and Weezer. Yeah. A short one today. Usually these are like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, that's what happens when you release a 20-minute EP, I guess, of course. Alright, bye.